pamusoro vakuru vedare muri yezimbabwe ndauya panapa paita nyaya zvekare zviri kuitika zvipere ende zvinhu zvinongogara zvichitaurika zvakawanda but iko zvinezvi nguva ndiyoyi yekuti tichitanga kufambira nyaya one by one. Pane zvinhu zvanga zviri kutaurwawo nemukuru wemauto achitaura kuti zvoni it will be business as usual stuff. So nyaya iyoyo yapindirwa nemaloya magweta makuru kuti vataure nezvenyaya iyoyo yakaitwa kuti tione kuti zviri pamutemo here, ana kuchikora mutemo here uyu gweta uyu nezvinhu zvaakaita. Saka muri yezimbabwe rekedza tishandise mukana unoyu panguva inei kuti tichinge tichita se tichionesana pamwe chete panapa. Imimi muchazondiudzawo zvamunenge muchifunga gweta kana richinge rapedza kudonongodza nekutsanangudza. Iko zvine zvirekedza ndipe gweta mukana tiri connect pachivhitevhite one colient. Musakanganwe muri yezimbabwe kune vanenge vachidawo kuzobudikira nenyaya dzavo. Ndozati kuna vamwe vane zvakawanda zvekudiscussa. Feel free to tune in pachivhitivhiti chevanhu then toita se totanga kufambira nyaya dzacho pamwe chete. Saka kune vari kudawo zvekare kupartner with us, vari kudawo kuita business nesu kana kuti vari kuda kuti tiadvertise mabusiness avo, musakanganwe kutaura neni panhamba dzeColian TV idzo dzotoya muri vanhu vari business minded ndikatongotaura. Ende pese patwa business don't expect to come and get maservices free. Zvinhu zvefree zvagara hazvina maresults. So isusu kunoku hatina chinhu free but zvatinoita tinoita zvinhu zvekuti maresults adzoke. Woitawo mareturns ka woitawo zvauri kufambira. Sorry nanda kutotaurisa ipapapa gweta riri kuita kutsva kuti taure nyaya yacho panapa ritsanangudze. Gweta, over to you.
Good morning Zimbabwe. This is More Precision Mzadzi, the leader of Voice of the People Party. I want to make a statement on behalf of Voice of the People concerning the statement that was made by the commander of the ZNA a few days ago. I think it was on Wednesday or Thursday, concerning the planned demonstrations that were supposed to take place last Friday on the 31st of July. I did see the video and the statement that was made by the commander of the ZNA, where he was saying the ZNA stands to enforce peace by unleashing soldiers, not with baton sticks but with guns, to stop citizens from demonstrating against Cab 3. I found it to be very unconstitutional, to be a violation of the rights, fundamental rights and freedoms of the people of Zimbabwe, and a violation of the national security objectives that are enshrined under Chapter 11 of our Constitution, that articulate the national security objectives of Zimbabwe. According to Section 206, Chapter 11, Section 206, the national security objectives must reflect the resolve of Zimbabweans to live as equals in liberty, peace, and harmony, free from fear and in prosperity. This is what the Constitution of Zimbabwe, that the Zimbabweans have resolved to live as equals in liberty. But right now, we are not seeing that actualizing. The ruling party is massacring the Constitution, is undermining the fundamental rights and freedoms of the people of Zimbabwe. It is acting in a way that is unilateral. There is unilateralism where the ruling party is butchering the rights of the citizens as if they are not equals. The Constitution is being massacred willy-nilly by the executive, by the legislature. And this is against the national security objectives of Zimbabwe, where citizens should live as equals, free from fear. But when you have a situation now when the army threatens citizens that are fighting to protect the Constitution, this is not national security, that this is terror, and it's a violation of Section 206, paragraph 1. The Constitution of Zimbabwe further says, the national security of Zimbabwe must be secured in compliance with this constitution. This is the supreme law of Zimbabwe. So if the army fails to comply with the constitution, they have become criminal in their conduct. And the statement that was made by the commander of the ZNA is actually a failure on the part of the army. He must be reined in. He must be made aware of the constitutional provisions and what is expected of him and what is expected of the army. Section 206, paragraph 3, it says, in particular, the protection of national security must be pursued with the utmost respect for the fundamental rights and freedoms and the democratic values and the principles enshrined in this constitution. The fundamental rights and freedoms that the constitution talks of are under chapter 4 rights, where citizens have got a right to demonstrate and petition and to express their frustration or disgruntlement, especially in this particular case where citizens are saying our constitution has been destroyed, the constitution has been violated, the constitution has been undermined, our fundamental rights and freedoms have been destroyed. So citizens cannot be silenced by terror that is compounding the repression. You are compounding the oppression. It's unheard of in any constitutional republic. When such a statement comes from the Army General to threaten citizens with guns, he is relieved of his post. He is summoned by the Rights Commission, and in our case we've got the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission, which has got a function to protect the citizens from nefarious conduct, from reckless statements, from unconstitutional conduct. The Constitution of Zimbabwe, under Section 243, articulates the functions of the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission. The Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission has got the following functions: to promote awareness of and respect for human rights and freedoms at all levels of society. Our Constitution, under Section 7, says the Constitution of Zimbabwe, this Constitution, must be taught in schools and must be part of the training of the public service and the security services. Now you see now the need why the security services guys need to be trained so that they are aware and alert to their constitutional mandate. The utterances by the ZNA commander shows that he is not aware of just one chapter, chapter 11. The Constitution has got 18 chapters, but the section that deals with the role of the military is just one chapter. And he doesn't know that one chapter. Out of 18 chapters, he's supposed just to know one chapter. He doesn't know that chapter. Well, to continue with the functions of the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission, it says under Section 243, 1B, the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission has got the following function: to promote the protection, development, and attainment of human rights and freedoms. Paragraph C, to monitor, assess, and ensure observance of human rights and freedoms. Paragraph D, to receive and consider complaints from the public and to take such action in regard to the complaints as it considers appropriate. I urge the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission to consider this a complaint against the army, against the conduct of threatening citizens with guns, citizens who are trying to express their legitimate frustration with the massacring of their fundamental rights under Chapter 4. Their right to a referendum, their right to have a say in how elections are done in Zimbabwe, a right to express themselves freely without fear of the military. This is a complaint that the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission must summon the ZNA commander to account for his utterances that he has made in violation of the constitutional rights and fundamental freedoms of the people of Zimbabwe. Section 243, paragraph 1E says the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission has got a role to protect the public against abuse of power and maladministration by the state and public institutions and by officers of those institutions. In this case, the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission has to step forward and protect the public from abuse of power by the army and by the government. We want to applaud the former chairperson of the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission, Jesse Majome. She stood up. She will go down in history as one of Zimbabwe's greatest human rights defenders. She defended the constitution. She defended the rights of the people of Zimbabwe to have a referendum, to have a say in the amendments that were done to Cape 3. In as much as our government that has gone rogue and has become a murder house dismissed her and relieved her unconstitutional of her duties, she will remain the people's hero. And history, her name is engraved in history.